Hello, welcome to our second segment of We the People, where we're dedicated on informing the public about social, cultural, political, and human rights. Today we have brought a concert benefit held for Standing Rock and a gathering brought together by Harvey Wasserman.
My name is Dr. Maria Michael. I'm a Lakota Diné, but many of you know that as Navajo. So we call ourselves Diné because Diné translates to the people. So I'm a Lakota Diné elder. I'm a Sundance leader the last 25 years.
To our people,
who have peace,
and harmony, among us, we'll be loving, sharing, and creative, we will work, study, and listen, so we may learn, so we may teach, we'll cultivate, self-reliance, we'll struggle, to resurrect, and unify our homeland, we'll raise many children for our nation.
I've come here for lots of reasons, but first I'm going to put on my shawl, and I'm going to show you what the water protectors, when they do an action, this is what we wear. This was given to me on the day that the women took the bridge at 1806. And on this day, the white women in the camp of the Ochete Shakawi chose to stand in the front so that the police would have to hit them first. We are all one family, all one nation. And with everything that's coming at us, not just at Ochete Shakawi and Sacred Stone and Rosebud, but what is happening here in this country and who is going to be inhabiting that White House, we must come together as one people. No one can own our heart. No one can own our mind. No one can own our spirit. And no one will prevail as long as our hearts are open and we keep sharing our love amongst each other. There's a lot going on in Standing Rock. Hospitals in Bismarck turning away people who need medical care because they're from Standing Rock. And it doesn't matter whether they're native, or whether they're white, or whether they're black. It's just because they're from Standing Rock that this is what's going on, that everywhere in this country, we are joining together. We're joining this fight. We're joining in love and peace. Please keep it peaceful. Please keep it peaceful and prayerful so that all the people who have suffered at the hands, no matter when that oppression has happened, but when the oppression has happened at Standing Rock, it's not for naught. Let us not become violent. Please keep it prayerful. Please. We as a people, all of us, want the same things. We all want our children to be free. We all want our children to breathe. We all want our children to have fresh water. We all want the planet, Grandmother Earth, to continue to not only sustain us, but for us to sustain her. It is really important that we come together. We are being tested. We will go through the eye of the needle. We are like the iron going back to the blacksmith to see how much we are willing to endure and how much we are going to be like the phoenix rising from the ashes. There is nothing we cannot bear, nothing. And no one can take our freedom away. No one, unless we voluntarily give it.
And it don't stop, Black history, and it won't stop. We are YGB with a message for this century. And now for an alleys, everybody blind. You thought we had hate on our mind. We just be proud to our own kind. We're gonna let our little light shine. And now for an eye, everybody blind. You thought we had hate on our mind. No, we just be proud to our own kind. We're gonna let our little light shine. this mother. Black is a child who led the rest. Black is the putting of a motor. Black is the vote when the light turns green. Black is the last year's dusty paper. Black is the headlines, yeah.
Nothing is original. Pay attention, politics. See the real criminals. Sometimes you gotta watch your own friends having truth. Keep your head high, make it do what it gotta do. Tomorrow, not promise. When I'm gone, check the footprints for my compliments. Better man, better band, no mic stand. Eric B. and Rakim, thinking of a master plan. All with my thoughts from the world.
Next, you'll meet Harvey Wasserman, a Democratic activist and author who is currently educating the population on the presidential electoral fraud that has made itself most noticeable ever since the ballots turned electronic.
We come to 1988, and 1988 is the introduction of electronic voting machines by, guess who? George H.W. Bush. Bush 1, head of the CIA. Now we have to understand the real situation with Donald Trump is this is blowback. Donald Trump is an exact replica of Somoza, Suharto, Pinochet, name a third world dictator that the CIA has put in power since World War II. This is Donald Trump. This is how it happened. They perfected the art of election theft after World War II. The CIA did. The one president of the United States that never did that, by the way, was Franklin Roosevelt. We did have one period, and that's one of the reasons we were able to do so well in World War II in military terms, because he did not alienate the rest of the world. Leading up to Franklin Roosevelt, we had an unbroken string of empire. We had dollar diplomacy in the 1920s. Roosevelt came in, he had a good neighbor policy. We did not overthrow governments under Franklin Roosevelt, actually. Maybe one or two here and there that I don't know about, but it was not our policy. And in fact, Mexico nationalized their oil in 1938, and we did not send in the troops, which every other president in U.S. history probably would have done. And so after World War II, the Central Intelligence Agency perfects the art and science of overthrowing governments, and that's what's happened in the United States this time. It happened in 2000, and now it's even worse with Trump. Trump is the the embodiment of the final corporate takeover of the United States of America. Okay, there is no, you look at his cabinet, that it's been estimated that his cabinet personally represents a third of the wealth of the third of the population of the United States, and he's what, 10 or 20 guys. And so that's where we're at. As Brian says, there's no more hiding it. This is a corporate takeover, a definitive corporate takeover of the United States of America. Not that Clinton, Hillary was not, but this is more blatant, and the Donald just doesn't give a shit. This is a guy who the one word that I think most thoroughly embodies Donald Trump's persona is cruel. This is a cruel human being who just doesn't care about anything except himself and money and power, and made his fortune, part of it on the TV show, firing people. I mean, that's Donald Trump. So that's what we got now. So what did they do? What did they do in 2016? Here's what they did. First of all, they did what they did in Florida 2000. They eliminated hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Black, Hispanic, Asian American, and Muslim voters from the voter rolls. They use a program called Crosscheck, which comes out of Kansas. There's a Secretary of State, Chris Kobach, who's going to be a big wheel in the Trump administration, payback here. About 30 Secretaries of State, Republican Secretaries of State, use this program to eliminate primarily Black and Hispanic voters from the voter rolls. Hundreds of thousands. And I guarantee you, they made the difference in the 5 swing states where Hillary cleared the election, the exit polls, but lost the popular vote count, and that's the election. And that would be Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Florida. All 5 of those states, and of course she didn't say a word about this. The gold standard on elections is the exit polls. In all 5 of those states, Hillary won the exit poll and lost the vote count, and that's the electoral count. How many of them did she ask to recount? None. She just, the next day, the day after the election, she went walking her dogs.
Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.